First, I don't think UN is up to the task as it is. The intention, I think it has lived its useful lifespan as it is. You know, you may not agree with President Donald Trump, but then he said it. You know, the United Nations, the intentions were good. You know, after the Second World War and stuff like that. But I think they have outlived their usefulness. They have lost the steering wheel. Generally, you know, it's like a toothless bulldog, especially when it comes to the West. Again, I don't like it when you put, for Africa, almost all African leaders in one place. If you want to poison them or give them anything to eat, when they come back home, they die. You can do it. And I don't think that is very nice. I don't like putting all African leaders, for example. I know it's not only African leaders, but then I have to speak for Africa. And then having them, you know, like, where you can all have access to all of them one way or the other. I know the West are very sophisticated, and I don't think that is, from a security perspective, something that I really think is nice. I think it could also be rotational, you know? It could be rotational. Imagine if the 80, I think it's the 80th?
The 80th session.
So it's, let's say even if it were only 30 tons, Africa, this, how many hotels, how many type of OIC developments would a country have? That way alone can impact the African countries, bring them at par with international standards. Because if Donald Trump, for example, has to come to the Gambia, you know, there should be kind of a support mechanism to make
some upgrade
he's
anyway.
Some upgrade. Look.
Yeah.
So look at the AU summit, look at when Gaddafi was coming here. So I think these are the things that the UN could do to make sure people benefit, you know, at least the real Gambian citizen, ordinary, can see some impact. But otherwise, how many times have we gone to you and what is it exactly that the vendor at the market actually benefits from that? If you look at what they get, as in terms of and so on, yes, those that attend, that's fine, it's good. It's also some form of development for them and their families. But at the end of the day, it is the taxpayer money. It's supposed not to be. You see, I sometimes chat with people and say, I don't think the logic of per diem is really a good thing. You are paid to do a job. But when you travel also, they pay you. for us specifically. Okay, they say, oh, to cover your costs, travel, this and that and that. Come on. We have embassies around. You can utilize them to see how we go around those things. But then that is a discussion for another day.
Right.
But I think the rejection of some of top government officials, especially as he puts it, you know, special presidential advisor, and maybe Njokuba. My understanding is he has also been in the US. As maybe, I don't know, for education only or for hustling, I don't know, but I understand he has been lived there. I don't know whether he has a citizenship, whatever, I don't know. But, okay, we have the Gala protest, Njokuba is rejected. Can we link that? Is it a possible link? Okay, so sometimes, as ordinary Gambians, and then we do our 1+1. So, also, not only that, okay, he has some record when it comes to the Jane Commission. You know, and I think he's part of the people that were kind of banned. Yeah. So what all this good practice is good in any area. And some of these commissions and some of these hearings or some of these recommendations that our political leaders will not act on. Remember, I always tell people, embassy mentioning Bankunkan. They have a special team dedicated for information gathering, intelligence. Newspaper, social media, president,
that's very true.
You don't understand. You look at the airport to Ilabanko to India, this thing. Almost all the people that are even in these embassies are military experts as well, security experts. So they know things. They may not interfere, but they know what they want to know. So if, for example, the world is not an isolated, village now, the Gambia is not an isolated country of its own. So if our presidents, our political leaders don't act on things that experts recommend, this is also one way they can hold our governments to account. And also, the citizens should begin to reflect. If you deny director, no, why is the director? and you deny special presidential advisor. If any country denies America's special presidential advisor, they will even stop aid. You will hear Donald Trump blasting all over.
Sanctions, right?
Yes. You know? So that is this. And I think I will second MC to say, we really need to know, before we speculate, why? Why this rejection of our top official? Right. For me, as a nationalist, I don't like it at all. Why must you reject us? Our representatives at that cadre, you know, from going just to attend a summit. This summit is UN. It's not about any other thing. And UN, we think, I always tell you, the world government, right? Because of the nature and so on, even though they are not acting that way. So I think that is a cause for concern for ordinary Gambian. You know why? Special presidential advisor is rejected. It's important that we know. But again, if we are to go by the events, we've seen he also got banned, you know, from public whatever. We've seen a certain number or amount. May I open the central bank? Jamela ta ako Jamela ki, but Jamela is not here to say yes or no. For now, it's like a dead person. So you may not be able to know. But then the experts on the commission decided to recommend certain things. The government of the Gambia, headed by President Barrow, decided that what the experts say it's not something that they will do. They decided to go to Parliament to change certain things to make sure they get him on board.
Right.
That could be a reason. That could be a reason. So there are a lot of things. So that is why we will need clarity. But if they have done it in the spirit of some of these speculations, then we will clap for them. Right. But as a nationalist, I don't like it, and I want clarity. Yes, you know, it's very, very important.
You want clarity?
Yeah, we want clarity, of course, from the government, so that we know why. That way, citizens can judge. Gambia no ni ataya ndoga mem you know fenketing chodi according to Diamo Olebije. The answer uncle, the president is also losing, let's say, international community support. And that means Gambians, you should think, why must you be supporting when you are the one suffering? Ibetel la kodo takan, wala ibetel la kodo sunyaka, wala batawa bata membige na Marcel to na loptano to na sinol kan na kugawa bundala, wabataka ntolle ka face amante American oldi, but American ya decide ko ñunu iman sobe an ke mako enola par exemple ko isoda tan ke mako then ndoma la fi bola han fo sang so nyanda ko falini ning ayata membe fo kan wole be kiere ba ngani jiko so ko Dr. Cisse ning na mutana ni angi ninga asa fo be mbije ale quand même fo ani min ka traje fana wa do ab ka ke that is their problem. So that is why they are losing their battle. This government has lost their battle. I always tell people ñaton ka yamu kangolti ning imo council do office o sita no bulu ide jula ko ba kango min ko office o ta manati je munatina president ba for example, look at the case of the auditor general. The president said this, the auditor said this. Most people are inclined to believe the auditor general. It's because it is not talent for. So they would tend to kind of believe him more than the president. That is why always try to say the truth.
Okay.
You understand? Whatever the situation is, as a government, it gives you legitimacy. Yeah. People trust you. Even if you are wrong, they say, even if someone, he will say, yes, I am wrong, but I think I can improve next time from this. But if you begin to give excuses, it doesn't help.
Okay.
And that is what is actually happening to them.
Thank you very much, Bojang.